Before we get started, we are going to do some deep breaths. Deep breaths are super important. Sometimes it helps to just like kind of do a reset button. And so here we go. We're going to take a deep breath in and then exhale. As you're doing that, I'm just going to say like, Chris likes these ones that exhale longer, and I think they're important too. And I don't know, breathing is fantastic. Different ways of breathing helps us achieve different things. And yeah, it's fantastic. Over to you, Chris.
Thanks. So this morning, we're going to focus on adding another tool to our parenting tool belt. We talk a lot with the kids about adding tools to their emotional resilience tool belt, which is strategies to help them when they're not in the green zone. And so we wanted to do that for parents as well, because today we're going to talk about the size of the problem. And so in the chat, I've put a couple of examples here, but in the chat, if you could write, what are some common problems you experience on a daily basis? And a few of the ones that I know are occurring for families is technology problems, bad internet. You might not be able, it might be you can't find your keys. Maybe you've had a broken glass or plate. Carrie's written managing remote learning. That's definitely one that's occurring for us, Danny. And Danny, it sounds like you've got some construction going on there at work at UNIS. So that's good for us because it means summer works are being completed, but also dealing with distraction. So all of these things are small. All of these things are problems that we experience. Next slide. And a tool that we use to help our students, your children, is this one, and it's from the Zones of Regulation curriculum. And sometimes, as you can see on that last slide, the chicken or the duck was having a really big reaction to what might be considered a pretty small problem. And this can happen a lot for our students, and it can even happen for us as adults. For example, overreacting is a word that we often use to describe having a big reaction to what might be a smaller problem. So, you know, the internet's going bad, closing your laptop and screaming at the top of your lungs might be considered a really big reaction to what is seemingly a pretty medium-sized problem in the moment. And so when we teach our children, we work with them to identify the problem and then the size of their reaction to help them understand that it helps everyone feel comfortable when the size of the reaction matches the size of the problem. And that's not to negate that sometimes children or adults have big reactions, but we know that we want to help children match the size of the problem with the size of the reaction so that they can then solve those problems. Next slide, please. And so if we look at some of the problems that our children experience on a daily basis, distance learning or in the classroom, is I can't do it. I don't understand what's going on. My teacher's going too fast. This is going too fast. The internet's bothering me. I can't find my water bottle. He won't play with me. She won't play with me. I'm not sure what to do in class. I keep leaving the Zoom lesson, not of my own accord. And then especially for some of our youngest learners is something seemingly simple, which is I can't tie my shoes or I can't put my shoes on. And so those can be frustrating moments for our children. Next. And so one of the tools that we use with our children is this, and it's another version of the size of the problem. And so we sit with our children and we teach them, gosh, let's look at that problem. Okay, so Zoom keeps asking you to leave, or it just sends you out because your internet's unstable. Let's look at that. What's the size of that problem? And then you talk with the children. Well, that seems like a big problem right now, but you can tell a grown-up and they can help you problem solve. The size of your reaction may not have matched the size of that problem, but let's talk about how we can work through that. And so we go through each of these, the tiny, little, medium, big, or huge problem, and we try and problem solve with our children on what was the size of their reaction and what is the size of the problem. Next. And so the start of this, of course, goes back to what we were talking about before, which is exhibiting empathy with your children, right? How can I demonstrate I'm with my child in their discomfort and distress? And so one of the ways that you can do that is thinking about when your child is having a big reaction to what you may feel is not a really big problem, is to just get at the same level of as your child and say something like, gosh, that's really bothering you right now. And that cues them that their reaction and what they're feeling is real for them. And you are empathizing with them and helping them escalate down to a calm space so that you can help them make that behavioral change, which in the case of using the tool, the size of the problem, is to help them practice a new way of reacting when small, medium, and tiny problems occur, and then looking at how they react when they actually do have pretty large problems. Next. So how do we use this in our houses? Because that's what we always want to know. We at school and even on Zoom use this often with children, but how do we use this in our house? So Danny, I'm going to ask you to click really slow because this is more like a conversation between a child and a parent. Thanks. So first.
Are we role playing this, Chris?
It would be great if we could.
Okay, awesome. Yep. Can I be the child?
Please, that would be great.
Okay. I hate Zoom. I never know what to do.
Wow, Zoom is really causing you trouble today. What do you think the size of this problem is?
It's huge.
So is this a problem that you might need some help with?
I guess so.
Let's look at our size of the problem sheet. Looks like this could be a medium-sized problem. Let's work together to solve this.
Thank you.
And of course, the words that every parent wants to hear, which is, thank you for stepping in and helping me to solve this problem. Thanks, Danny. So clearly, these are not words that may feel comfortable coming out of everybody's mouth, and it may look different in your home. The idea is that you use the size of the problem as a tool to help your child recognize that everybody has problems and that there's a range in the size of those problems. And you can even use it to help them understand that there's a difference between your perspective on a problem and their perspective on a problem, and then the size of that reaction. Next, please. So after your child has maybe exploded or had a big reaction to what you might consider a small problem or a tiny problem, it's talk to them about it when they're calm, and to say things like, gosh, that was a really big reaction that you had today to what seems like when we figured it out was really just a medium or even a small size problem. What do you think would be the kind of reaction that would match next time? And then you would brainstorm with your child, and you can turn this into a fun activity, a humorous activity, so that you can lighten it up a little bit, and then role play it. So I might say to Danny, next time, do you think it's helpful if you just stomp off and throw your fist in the air, or what's something else that we could do? Let's practice that together, and then elicit those ideas from your child. I could take some deep breaths. Okay, well, let's try it. Let's imagine that the internet's acting up again, and you need in that moment to calm yourself down. Let's do that together. Let's take some deep breaths. Okay. Let's think about some other things. And so you brainstorm what we might call some coping skills or coping strategies with your child that they can use in that moment before they might be able to access an adult to help with what might seem like a large or huge problem. So for example, you can talk to your kids about the way that you react to problems, because as we know, our kids are watching us intently, and they know every time we overreact to what they think might be a small problem. So for example, if your children have a difficult time with tidying up everything in the house the way that you like it, or just so that it looks tidy, you might possibly say something like, every time I come down the stairs, this room is filled with all of your toys. Why can't you ever just clean it up? And what your children see is, gosh, that just seems like a pretty small problem, that there's a few toys on the floor, but my parent is having a really big reaction. And so you can talk your child through that and explain, gosh, yeah, that was a time when the problem wasn't that big. However, I was feeling frustrated because it's a pattern of behavior. And so, yeah, what do you think I could do next time in terms of reacting to that problem? Because we know that you not picking up your toys is more of a small kind of sized problem. What are some strategies you think I could use as your parent? And then, as Danny spoke about last week, you're giving your children a little bit of control. You're giving them a voice in the room about how things are working in your home. Internet problems. I saw a couple of people put those in the chat. I feel like during the pandemic, there isn't a single person out there that hasn't experienced some sort of Zoom rage, Zoom sickness, Zoom fatigue. I think there's a whole echelon of mental health issues related to Zoom overload. And so it's about how are we modeling those for our children? And then, of course, my questions, which is all the things that go into that. And Marie, you've written a really good question. Shouldn't we also consider the frequency of the problem together with its size? Absolutely, we should consider the frequency. And this is something that when we are in class with our students and we're seeing them on a regular basis, that we use to help us judge whether or not they are understanding how to use particular strategies. So if a child comes into the classroom and every day for 2 weeks, not being able to find their water bottle causes them to have an extremely large reaction, and we've been actively working with them on strategies to help them match the size of the problem with the size of their reaction, it lets us know, oh, this problem's ongoing. The strategies we're teaching aren't supporting behavior change. We need to go back to the drawing board. And so the example of picking toys up on the floor is one that requires more training from parents, more routine, more teaching children how to take responsibility for their own things. It also signals to our children that it's a frustration point for us. And so we can build from there, which is my reaction was really big to a medium-sized problem. How can you work as a part of our family to not have this be a problem anymore? So I think there's 2 applications there. We don't have control over the internet. Hopefully at some point we have control over our children being able to support a clean and tidy house. So really good point. We would use the frequency to help us understand if we need to teach other strategies for our children. Next slide. As always, we would like to finish with Calvin and Hobbes. I'm going to hand this over to you, Danny, because you're the Calvin and Hobbes expert.
Yeah, I love this specific Calvin and Hobbes, and I just wanted to point out, especially with size of reaction and size of problems, I found that like sometimes kids have a bigger reaction with their parents than at school. And I noticed this strange phenomenon, and I know Chris nodding. I have some kids who are very quiet at school that have nothing, and then suddenly we'd have like this parent-teacher conference, and parents are with their kids, and their reactions to things are much larger. And so sometimes we have to think about like, oh, maybe, you know, my kid is so comfortable with me, and their barriers of these things that they have are there, so they can break it down and they can find more comfort with me as their parent. But at the same time, being able to recognize, oh yeah, you know what, then we can start working together and toning that down and being able to support and facilitate the size of reaction to the size of problem. So having these discussions. So I thought this image did such a great job of capturing that.
Absolutely. And before Danny gets to the homework, I just want to remind all the parents in the session here that everything that Danny and I talk about each week, we are expecting that parents will pass that through their own filter. And that is the values that you have as parents and the way that you want to be in the world as a parent. So these are not, these are just suggestions for you to take home and put to use in a way that works for your family. And of course, Danny and I are here to talk with parents and children about ways to help incorporate these during the school day and also at home if you would like to have further conversations. Thanks, Danny.
Okay, so here are the homework. Here's the homework for the coming week. When a problem arises, try to work with your child and figure out the size of problems and the size of a reaction. Just having a discussion. So for some grades, I've already had this discussion, and kids are on point. They can actually articulate very clearly what the points are. So you'd be surprised if you haven't tried. Just to be like, hey, what was the size of the problem and what's the size of the reaction? And you can do this with TV shows, movies that they're watching with you, and you can find these little small experiences to talk about these discussions outside of real life experiences, books, and so on. So find these little opportunities to carry out these discussions. And when there is a situation that arises, you can try practice problem solving with your child if they've had a little thing after they've calmed down, and that's I feel is key. Oftentimes, when the emotions are in charge, it's harder to break through to that executive functioning level. But when they've calmed down, it's better to have that logical conversation about what happened in the past, and it sinks in deeper. And I mean, practicing problem solving can go into like even just as I just said, with movies, things that they watch. Hey, what could have they done differently? And facilitating those seeds and thoughts in different things that are going on around us in our life. The resources, I feel like Chris can actually talk better about the resources that she's placed in here for this week. So I'm just gonna.
Absolutely. So the UNICEF document is a nod to our UN connection, but it's a PDF. It's a fairly lengthy document, but it's an excellent resource on all types of parenting suggestions, conversation starters for young children all the way up to older children. And so that's not a quick read, but it is a great thing to have as a resource. And then the size of the problem, as we discussed it today, comes from the zones of regulation. And that's a program that we talked about several weeks ago, and that falls under the umbrella of the organization Social Thinking. So this is just a link to an article that was written by the co-authors and organizers of Social Thinking. And it's about learning to take control of our emotional responses in problem solving. And so they talk a little bit in there about the size of the problem. So these are just two resources to follow up with different aspects of parenting we discussed today.